Hey, what's up? Oh, another special episode of Grillos AftershockXL here live in Hell's Kitchen, or if it's live, it's not live. We're taping, so it's not live, but I'm live right now, so it's live. Does that make sense? I don't know. Things are going weird. Every day is a new movie, and today's a new movie. This person that's about to come on has been begging me to come on for like 6 months, and I was like, he's gonna be boring. I don't know what to do. But I let him come on anyway. Everybody's Stuttering John.
Yeah, okay, Steve. I've been begging and begging. Well, if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I didn't beg. Second of all, I've been asking you because I've done your show a bunch of times. Just a little mutual respect kind of thing. But I drop everything to do your show. But your show, I don't have a Yankee thing. I can't do your show. Sorry.
Hey, I'm a Yankee fan, as should you be. You live in New York.
Yeah, I'm a New York fan. If the Yankees are doing good, New York's doing good. So,
well, Steve, doing well.
Wait, we're doing. We both have Star Wars shirts on. Isn't that gay? Yeah, that's the gayest thing that's never been planned.
Here, let me ungay it. These are my Canis infused popsicles.
Oh, hold on, I gotta shut the door. Hold
on. I love the professionalism of this show.
Yeah, the production value is through the roof. Yo, again, it's good to have you on today. Finally, to come on here. Did you see that one picture that people put up on YouTube of us?
I love it. You mean that of us young in the studio?
Yeah. I'm going to pull it up right now because I remember that face so much. It's the face that I had on every time you just harassed the shit out of me.
I thought we looked good together.
No, we look good, but I'm just saying, like, it was me, and I just, like, when I looked at that picture, I'll have Noah pull it up. When I looked at that picture, it was just that look of defeat in my eyes of, like, you were just pounding on me for something, and I was just like, and I was
how
like,
do you know it was me and not Howard?
I know it was you. I know it was you.
Well, I'll tell you this, Steve. That was about 150 pounds ago for you.
Oh yeah, and you love to do that, but still, you're not the picture of health.
Oh, Steve, compared to you, I'm freaking short.
I don't know. I walk at least 6-7 days a week.
Yeah, I know, but I actually lift weights and exercise. And I hike.
Oh, okay.
Like uphill stuff. Yeah, I don't walk on the streets of Manhattan picking up ladies.
Well, not ladies. I fucking take beer orders. It's pathetic. So, so this is it's good to talk to you. So, do you have anything that you want to tell anybody right now? What's going on? What are you doing in your life?
Well, Steve, as you know, I do my world famous podcast every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I have a lot of guests on. And you know that my podcast is essential to take down the dotard known as Donald Trump. I know you don't really get involved with politics, but it's on every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at noon Pacific Daylight Time. So 3 o'clock your time, Steve.
Okay. No, just I had to do the math for a second.
I know you did. That's why I helped out. I saw your brain starting to smoke up.
Yeah. So everything's going.
You know I love you, Steve.
John. Yeah, there's no doubt you were the big brother that I never had.
Yeah, and is it Noah? Is that your producer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just so he knows, the only reason I goof on Steve's weight is because when we were a long time ago, when we were working together, and Steve had the 6-pack abs and everything else, and I started to gain weight, Steve was always like, "Oh, I'm always gonna be in shape, man. I'm not gonna get fat." I'm like, "All right, Steve. All right, we'll see in 20 years." So I'm happy to see that you fulfilled my prediction.
Yeah. Well, you were always there's the picture, Johnny.
Wait. You look fine. You don't look.
Oh, dude, I'm in hell right there. I can tell. I know my face. And the smirk, the fucking look at that smirk on your face. You cocky, smug motherfucker.
Yeah, but guess what? See, you're looking at Howard, so Howard's beating you up there.
Yeah, but you're going, look what I created. Look, no, put that picture back up. Look, his hands are folded in his arms, and he's got that smug little smirk on his face. You're going, look what I did. And that's exactly what you're doing, and you know that.
Yeah, you're probably right. I probably threw you under the bus in some way or another.
Yeah. No, you are on purpose all the time. And do you remember the first day we met? No, not met. The first day that I started working for the show full time.
Yeah, you sat in my chair.
Yeah, and we almost went to like we almost rolled around a little bit for half a second.
Yeah, I know. I was like, get out of my chair.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't get out of my chair, and you started.
No, I would have got out of your chair if you would. First of all, it was Howard's chair. Second of all you had to do was say, "Can you please get out of my chair?" And you just wouldn't do it.
You're the new guy. Have some respect. I was part of the cast.
Yeah, true. Say please, motherfucker. I'm from Brooklyn. Manners go a long way.
I understand, Steve. You know I love you, pal.
No, I know, dude. You took me under your wing, and you were like, this is how anybody that talks about you is like. I always say John's one of the smartest people I've ever met, and they're like, really, Stuttering John? I'm like, no, smart on different levels. Smart like you can play music, and I'm not sucking your dick on this whole thing right now.
Don't worry, Steve.
But it's just a matter of what I noticed as a human being. You wrote all your music and sang all your music on your album, which I still listen to. You got on the Howard Stern show, and
I played a guitar on it too, by the way.
Yeah, you did everything on your album, and then you got yourself on the Tonight Show, one of the biggest shows in the history of American television.
Yes.
And you also had a small fortune from the stock market.
Yes.
And
I was able to buy the 10 houses I bought.
Yeah. So that's when I say you doubt his intelligence. Just look what he's accomplished. And also, you were Tom Sawyer. You got me to whitewash your fence. How you convince people to do things for you that you're supposed to do, and then made them think that they had to do it for you. Like it was pretty amazing thing to watch.
Yes. I was very good at delegating.
Gary would come in the office and go, John, you have to do this. And then say, you have to do it. And then you go, okay. And Gary would leave, go do it. I'm like, oh.
Because Gary had no power over me. Like Gary knew that, like Howard loved me more than he loved Gary. And Gary knew he had no control over me. Because I could outsmart that freaking gorilla. So
you did on a daily basis.
No, it was very easy to outsmart Gary, and he knew that. So, like, he knew, all right, I can't mess with John because then John's going to do something to embarrass me, and then go on the air and embarrass me even more.
Or pull one of your famous practical jokes.
Yeah, I mean that's, but yeah, I had Gary by the balls.
You did. And it was interesting. I just remember like me and you would be arguing like on a daily basis, and Gary would be like, "Don't make me pull this car over," like because he was like yelling at us, like stop arguing. But
as far as the Tom Sawyer Grillo, my favorite one was, Ganji. As soon as he started, I go, "Do you know how to drive a stick shift?" He goes, "No." I go, "I'm going to teach you because you're parking Robin's car from now on."
Oh yeah.
And then I taught Angie one lesson in Robin's Saab, and taught him how to drive stick shift. Then he's stalling it every second. And then as soon as I gave him the 1 10-minute lesson, I go, "From now on, you park a car." And
then it passed on to me parking your Mustang. And I got you towed.
Yes,
I remember that.
But we had some great times too.
Yeah, no. Frank Fallon was one of the executive ad guys, and he comes up and he goes, "Is that John's car being towed outside?" And I was like, "I forgot to park your car."
Yeah.
And I'm surprised I still don't hear the end of that, but you actually let go on that about 5-6 years later.
No, honestly, Steve, like, I think we've become better friends almost now in a lot of ways than we were then.
Well, I feel that at this point that, and I don't mean to be rude. This is just my observation, but you were always wanting to like get to the next. Not that you weren't at the next level, but like there was Gary, Robin, Fred, Jackie, Rob, and then you were like kind of kept at bay for some reason. Like you didn't get to go to like Howard's house, or not until later. But when I was there.
And yeah, not in the beginning. No, I had to earn my stripes.
So in your process, you earn your stripes, and you're out there getting beat up by people and doing things that you have to have a set of balls for no money. You should have been bumped up to another elevation, and you weren't. And you had that mentality, and then there was me and you, and I was always going to be down on the intern level, while you were in the middle of waiting to get brought to the inner circle.
I was ready to get made.
Yeah, but I think for a while after that, you still had that little bit of a mentality where I was still in that zone up until recently, where I feel that now we actually are friends on the same level.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But, it's weird because were you there during the Channel 9 show?
At the end, the last season.
Okay, because right around... I started becoming a lot closer with Howard. Like I guess when he was going through his divorce. Yeah. So that was after you were gone, right?
Yeah, I was gone.
How many years were you there for?
91 to 98.
Geez, 7 years, Steve.
Yeah. You want to tell your version of the Spike Lee story?
So were you there? So you were there when I met Susanna.
Yeah. Yeah,
you were at the wedding, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
She was in the car during the Spike Lee story. Do you remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So tell your version of the Spike Lee story.
And that was my Mustang too, right?
Yeah, 5.0. That disgusting, filth-ridden, vile, germ-infested car.
Some things never change, Steve. Guess what I have now? A filthy, disgusting, germ-infested Mustang again.
Yeah. So, all right. So we go to interview Spike Lee. It was Christmas time, right on the Barnes & Noble on 6th Avenue and 8th Street. The line was down the block. I had a trench coat on with my backpack with the Marantz recorder. There was a cord that went out of my backpack up John's jacket with a microphone in your sleeve. And we go to interview Spike Lee, and now you take over.
And for some reason, I asked him some questions.
No, one question.
Oh yeah, what was it? Why do you hate the Jews or something?
Yeah. Why do you hate the Jews?
Yeah, and then he said, interview over, whatever. And then we walked outside to my car, and you were in the passenger seat, right?
No, I was in the back seat because Karen was shotgun. Of course, she's your girlfriend.
Oh, so it was Karen. It wasn't.
No, it was a Karen. It was. Wow, it's a borderline question.
Yeah, it could have been either one.
That was a Freudian slip because they both really look the same.
Well, that's what. Yeah.
You had your type.
Yeah.
You like the Jewish girls.
Well, I like beautiful women, Steve. They were both beautiful.
No, they were both beautiful. There's no doubt.
Sorry, it's my stupid phone. I mean, got all these telemarketers. But so you were in the back seat?
Yeah. And then you go to close the
door. All right,
door.
So the bodyguards, these big black dudes, like open my door and go, "Give me that freaking tape."
And I jumped out. I jumped out the passenger side.
That's what I mean. So you must have been in the front, no?
No, I was in the back, but I knew what was going down.
So I gave you the.
You threw it to me. You threw it to me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you were like, and that's the other thing I always tell about people. John not be the biggest guy in the room, but if you're going to start a fight with him, you better be prepared because he's not going to be scared and he will rip your nose off your face.
No, I know. And there's certain people in New York that I might be doing that too soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I know you have no fear when it comes to something like that. But you did not back down from those bodyguards, and you threw me the tape, and then I ran down 8th Street.
I know, and this is where you got to pick it up from because I didn't see you get punched.
Oh, well, had a nice lead on the head black guy. And I turned to look and I bumped into somebody. Now, it's Christmas time. The streets are full of people. I fall down. Now, I get back up to get that inertia going. It was too late. They caught up to me and he punched me in the back of the head. And I went flying on my stomach, chest, whatever, across the sidewalk.
Which, by the way, is already a crime.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So, and I still have the leather MC to show you the scrapes of me scrolling across the sidewalk. So I knew I had to create a distraction. It's something where everybody that's on the street is going to stop and look. So yeah. I tucked the tape underneath my jacket and I started throwing myself against the gate of a closed store, making all this loud noise. And sure enough, a crowd gathered. And now these guys are punching me in my ribs, trying to get the tape, and they're doing whatever. And then all of a sudden they realize that there's like 80 people watching what's going on. And never forget, they were like, I was like, someone call the police, help me, call the police. And the guy goes, he robbed us. Like a little white boy is gonna rob 2 6'5" bodyguards from Spike Lee's entourage. I robbed them. So finally you showed up with the police, and now I got my policeman. I was like, fuck you, you didn't get the tape, fuck you this, fuck you that.
Wait, I showed up with the police?
You did.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. You showed
up
how
much I cared about you, brother.
You showed up with the police, and then all of a sudden I became my adrenaline, Irish was going through the roof. And I was just like, fuck you, you didn't get nothing. And then the cop goes, you know I can't stop this guy, right? You better get out of here. And because I was like, I went nuts. And then the next day when Scott Salem reviewed the tape, you could hear Spike say, go get that tape.
Yeah.
And I had
really nothing in the tape though. Like it was just me asking and then him saying
you said, why do you hate the Jews so much? And he said, get this guy out of here, man. And we turned, because that's a home run right there. We turned and we were walking, and as we passed, Spike said, go get that tape. And I had a police report, I had a doctor's report, I had eyewitnesses, I had everything, and I had a lawyer that wanted to sue Spike. And I'll never forget, I was in the...
Why didn't you?
I'm telling you right now. I was in the elevator with Howard, and I said, I got a police report. I got a doctor's report. I got eyewitnesses. I got a lawyer. I'm going to sue Spike Lee. And Howard goes, just like this. He goes, I don't need that kind of attention right now. Please, I'm telling you, don't do it. And I went, okay.
You know, that's so odd, Steve, because when I was, beaten up by Sharon Stone's people, he was in support of me suing her. I don't know why.
I'll never forget. And I have an uncle that's like, he goes, I don't understand why you let him not sue that person, because he, I probably wouldn't be sweating what I'm sweating right now, because it was on tape of him ordering his men to come get us.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder why, how. See, that's the thing with you. You really got treated like the, for a lack of a better term, like the redheaded stepchild. Like I don't know why.
Circus monkey?
Well, yeah, because why wouldn't he want you to,
He didn't want to be involved in suing Spike Lee for some reason or another. And
meanwhile, he's the most litigious person in the world. He sues everybody.
So real quick, so we can wind it up, because I don't want to keep you, because I know you had so many other things going on.
No, I'm chilling. Do me a favor, just put it on full screen with you so I can grab some more beers.
All right, we can pause it right now. We're being recorded, so we're good.
But are we live?
I don't know. Noah, are we live?
No, you're not. You're good.
Okay. All right. So take a 5-minute break.
No, I don't need a 5-minute break. Well, I need 20 seconds. I'm just gonna go grab beer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's peer into the life of John Melendez, aka Stuttering John. That's a different place. That's not the same place I was at. Yet that's not the same apartment that I was at, John, was it?
No, it doesn't matter. I just thought that instead of pausing, if you just went on full screen with you, then you could keep talking.
No, I'm just kind of surprised that you got up and we could see your apartment and there wasn't like filth everywhere.
No, I know. Well, you know what? I do got to get a cleaning lady though.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Steve? I own it. What do I care?
Yeah, but that's not the place that the last place I went to. Are you still in Calabasas?
No, I'm at the spousal drop-off point in Canoga Park.
Okay. No, the last apartment I was at, you were in Calabasas. You had that little porch outside, not too far from what's that bar's name?
Oh, Pickwick Pub?
Yeah, Pickwick
Pub. Yeah. I sold that at a profit. Bought this at a real low price, and now I'm up like 100% on this one.
Not good. Good for you, buddy.
See, that's what I do. I buy and sell homes.
Well, dude, listen, man. I said it before. Like, there's nobody that's not going to recover quicker than you are. So that's I'm glad and I'm happy for you. And you got your show, and so the one thing, again, it's not political. Picking this side, and maybe you could weigh on this real quick, is the fact that there's a lot of talk about, even if he wins in a landslide, that Trump, if he wins in a landslide, there's going to be an extreme amount of civil unrest because they're not going to concede or accept the winning.
No. I think it's the other way around. If he loses in a landslide, that's where you're going to have flag. That's where you're going to have the Confederate flag, flies like with their guns.
I know, but there's certain things, and again, I see both sides' views. There's quotes from Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is not running anymore.
No, hold on a second. No, but the leftist party is calling for unrest in the streets and not accepting.
That's what Donald Trump is doing. I don't know where you're reading this.
I'm not reading it. I'm hearing it from their quotes.
No, that's what Donald Trump does.
No, wait.
Hold on, I gotta get my charger.
Noah, keep recording. Dude, I'm just a joke, bro.
No, I just realized I'm low battery. I saw it at 63%.
No, I got you. So what I'm saying is
this is my downstairs. This is, it's so funny, Steve. I have a downstairs laptop. I have a downstairs desktop, which I'm watching the Yankees as I'm talking to you. And then I have an upstairs laptop where my studio is.
Yeah.
But, so, now
there are quotes that are not, it's not audio or anything like that. It's direct quotes from Kamala Harris.
Talk politics, Steve.
No, I want your opinion. I'm not talking. I just didn't say I was going to talk politics.
Yeah, I know, but then I'm not going to
argue with that. But no, I'm asking you.
I really have to tell you what's going on right now, and that is it's exact opposite of what you're saying. And Hillary Clinton should not even be mentioned in the discussion anymore. That was
her statement.
Donald Trump is the one who's saying to cops, "Don't be nice to people." And Donald Trump is the one inciting violence in every city that's Democratic. And that's on the record. That's him saying it. There's tape of it. So you can't really pull this kind of garbage. Because then let me get into the hold on. Wait. No. And then let's get into the most recent things where he calls veterans losers and suckers. Okay? And then we can move on.
Well, John, hold on. I wanted to do that. Throw a little rock at the beehive, just so people know that they want to go to your podcast. Where is it available?
It's on the Stuttering John channel on YouTube.
If you want to hear more of this guy rant like that, go.
Oh yeah, but then we have to talk about
No. Let's talk about why you nailed your dirty underwear to the 65th Street apartment so Ganji had to pull it off the wall.
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you did.
Are
They
you
had
sure?
skid marks and everything.
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you did. There was a pile of toenails in the carpet. I was like, thank God I took Mikey Stein's room. You left that apartment in an atrocious, hideous mess.
Well,
That's why I had when I found the Prozac while I was cleaning your filth. I had to turn you in, bro, and I apologize for that.
No, I don't mind. I don't care about any of that. But really, Steve, you can't get me started and then try and fucking.
Dude, I wanted people to see.
And then try. Hold on a second. I'm going to just talk for a second, okay, Steve? Here's the other thing. You have a president in February who knew and says that COVID is deadly 5 times more than the flu and is not only going to kill the elderly, it's going to kill young people. And yet he does nothing. And the week after tells people to go to church and not wear masks. This is the guy. He is responsible for genocide.
What's your favorite? What was your favorite?
I have a lawyer on tomorrow, a litigator for 30 years, a prosecutor, who will try him for manslaughter.
What was your favorite comic book when you grew up? Like, what did you like to read?
Don't try. See, if you're gonna
What was your favorite?
I have the facts, Jack. The tape is out, bro.
Don't rock. So, all right, well, let's wrap this up real quick with your
baseball red. You're getting embarrassed.
Yeah.
Don't let me impress you when it comes to politics.
It's okay, John. You can. I knew what I was doing.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm not. Wait, hold on a second. But one of the greatest things my Aunt Maureen ever told me, the best advice that anybody could ever have, is the smartest person in the class sits next to the smartest person in the class. That was me. That's why I'm sitting next to you.
You were the smartest person in the class. Where the hell did you
go? No, but it's a term. That's how I got by. It didn't say I was the smartest person.
No,
the smartest person is the one that.
I get you.
Yeah. So anyway, the lawsuit. You want to talk about that for a little bit before we go?
Sure.
I know there's do's and don'ts, but we're all in the same boat. You more so than us.
No. See, that's the thing. We're all in different boats, and that's why I did this one alone, because everyone has different. Believe me, I'm not saying that you don't have a case. I'm not saying, but as far as this one goes, this is my case, and it's about the right of publicity. And I know Scott. There are many people who probably have cases, but I'm just the first out of the gate.
Yeah. I mean? Well, there's a thread that's going around, and we all have our. I never signed anything.
Well, I didn't either, and I don't know why people you got Anthony Cumia. It's so stupid. Which, by the way, Anthony Cumia is saying it's stupid, and and Sirius XM fired him. He just loves to disagree with me and try and disparage me. But the truth is, I never signed a damn thing. And even, but that's irrelevant anyway.
How about the funny thing is, I was in charge of people signing things,
and yet you didn't sign.
No.
Yeah, which is kind of shocking.
Yeah. All right. So, real quick. So that's going down. Has there been any kickback from Sirius? Any response?
Well, they have 30 days now, probably 20, to respond. And look, I'm confident in my lawyer. He's a smart man, and he has litigated in court a number of times. And let's say, as his own quote, he's had more success than Tom Brady in the courtroom. And I don't doubt him for a second. And I know we have a very strong case. And and Sirius XM. I mean, They have no right to do this.
Yeah, they're dropping like flies off of there. I've been watching some shit, and it's people are they make it impossible to unsubscribe, and people don't want to listen anymore, and they're having problems stopping their subscription. But on that,
like the best of the Stern Show was when guys like us were on. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like the new shows are not what's attracting people.
Yeah. Did you hear the latest stuff about Shuli and Howard leaving? And
tell me about that, because
I don't know. I spoke to Monique, and we all know Monique, a good friend from Radio Gunk, who steals John as a guest when I told her that you finally got to talk to your lawyer. But we'll get no, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. But Monique, I did speak to her today, and she said that Shuli was involved in an extramarital affair. Somebody in the office called Shuli's wife and told her. They reconciled down. They're moving down south.
Alabama.
Howard is leaving at the end of the year. Apparently, everybody there is promised a job somewhere, and that Sal and Richard are going to have their own show somewhere on Sirius. And that's the last I heard of anything.
Wait a second. So Howard is leaving?
That according to Reddit or some type of Radio Gunk information, he's leaving, but he's also got a deal for like an 8-episode David Letterman style interview thing that like he did with E that went nowhere.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was with just him and Fran.
Joan Rivers.
Yeah, and Scott Einziger did that, who he eventually sued.
Yeah.
But, he sued Scott Einziger personally. Which is just and just so you know, when it was me, Howard, and Scott Einziger and our girls that would have dinner all the time and go out all the time. And to think that he would sue Scott Einziger personally.
With all the money that he has.
Yeah, it's just, Scott told me at a private dinner, like, we went out at Morton's in Burbank, and he was just like, just to come after me personally. I mean, you come after the company.
Well, there's that one page in one of the books, I think it's Private Parts or whatever, it says, don't fuck with Stern. If you're going to burn his ass, he's going to do whatever he has to do to come after you.
Yeah.
So,
see, that's the thing. Like, I don't have any fear, but you know that, Steve.
No, you have no fear whatsoever. It's almost part of the retard thing in you.
Come on.
Yeah.
A term like that.
You have the retard strength. I was like,
no, it's not that. It's just that I have a pair of balls, and I'm not gonna bow down to anybody.
You have no fear. There's no doubt about that. That's one thing I know about you.
No, yeah, I don't have any.
So I will end this show with something kind of cool. Let's tell everybody, what's your favorite moment that you ever experienced working there? What was the one thing right now? Don't think too hard. Right now, what is it?
The day you left. You set me up, Steve.
I know. I do your softball, but give people what's the most memorable thing that happened while you were there. Like that when you think your first memory of being involved with the Howard Stern Show, what is it?
Wow. From the stealing of the Gary puppet to the crazy cabbie fight to the AJ Benza thing to the Virgin Mary house.
Well, hold on a second. No, I was just on Jesse Nass's show with everybody from the China Club. They didn't get the question I was asking. The question I'm asking you was like, okay, one of my favorite moments on the Howard Stern Show is when I asked Arnold Schwarzenegger, would you sign this release, please? And he turned it to me and he looked down and said, I don't rush short people. Give it to my manager. Story like that. One quick thing though, the first time you met Howard to the one story where you went, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here.
Wow. That's a good one, Steve. Wow. That's a good question. I would have to think about
No, don't. It's right there on the tip of your tongue. What is it?
The best moment, I guess, I guess would be after I interviewed Carly Simon, thinking I failed because I stuttered through the whole interview. Her and Danny Glover. No. Well, yeah, okay, and then, or, and then Howard said, no, it was after I wrote the song, or it was either one. But then Howard said, off the air after an hour and a half, he goes, John, you're great on the air. And to me, it was like, here's my radio idol who just said, John, you're great on the air. It meant so much to me, like that he liked my personality, on the air.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That one moment that you had on the show where you were like, holy crap, this is awesome. And it's like that moment.
And that gave me the green light to fuck with the green teeth, Bowie.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Johnny Mel, let's wrap it up. Give everybody where they can find you, what they can do to chase you in your political mania.
It's not mania, Steve. A democracy is at stake, people. Young people, minorities, disenfranchised people. We got to get out and vote this dotard out of office. It's incredibly important right now. He has committed so many crimes that it's not even funny. Like it's time that he leaves and we get back to the normalcy that we were at before this idiot came into office. And there's 190,000 people dead, which could have been prevented if he would have acted and not called it a Democratic hoax. So at Stuttering John M, you can follow me, the Stuttering John podcast on YouTube.
There you go, Johnny Mel. Love you to death. I still listen to your album. I know every word to every song.
What's your favorite song on that one?
Okay. Rock the riverboat.
I did.
Just the same float.
Did you like the second one?
Wait. Dirty Money. Well, I didn't get the second one. Daddy's Money. I didn't get the second one because I wasn't on Randy Cantor's couch while you recorded it. So I didn't really know it that well. But I will say, going on tour with you and Ted Nugent was one of the most disappointing weekends of my life.
Why?
Why? Because you called me to go to Atlantic Record to get cash. And it was like the 2-week break that we had in July. Yeah. I get on the train. I go all the way up to God knows where, Connecticut. It took like 7 hours, I don't know, to drop off like $3,000 in cash. And you're like, oh, Grill, just come on, you hang out with us. I was like, wow, going to be on tour with a rock band, Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent's band is dry. They don't drink. They're all recovered alcoholics. I know. You guys were miserable. And then all of a sudden, everybody expected me to start lifting equipment. I was like, this is my vacation.
Tom Sawyer.
Yeah. And then I was like, by the time we got to Albany, I'm like, I'll just stay here. You were like, what? I was like, I'll figure out. There's got to be a bus to New York somewhere. I'll see you later. As much as I love to watch you guys play, and then Ted, it was the most boring, horrible situation I've ever been in.
Wow, man. You know, it's so funny that you bring all these things up because, like, those kind of things I don't remember. Now you tell me, I vaguely remember.
Yeah, no, it was the most boring concert series ever.
Yeah,
you guys killed it, but it was like there was no fun.
Yeah, and he wouldn't let anyone, hit on his daughter who was hot.
Yeah, well, but I thank you for those memories, and I thank you for your friendship, and I thank you for finally coming on my show after you've been begging so long to come on.
Yeah, I really couldn't live another day if I didn't do your podcast.
Yeah.
What? I do want to compliment you on the title Aftershock. I like that.
Well, you know what? It was like Aftershock kind of thing. Before the Me Too movement, I came up with the idea, but like you can't go as far as I wanted to go now. But it was after my experience with the shock jock, I guess, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
No, I like that.
Yeah,
it's good.
And then I had to go. There was one person that had it, and I said, "Well, let's go one more, extra large." Johnny Mel, I love you. Thank you for
Not
coming
fine.
on.
You're a double XL at this point.
No, I'm doing pretty good. I'm all right.
All right, brother. I love you.
I love you too. Go enjoy your Yankees.
All right, I'll see you, man.
Bye.